Kael took his first step toward the barrier. The ground beneath his feet felt wrong, not quite solid, not quite real. Each footfall sent ripples through crystallized quantum foam, his enhanced weight distributed across dimensions that human physics couldn't properly contain. 6 alien consciousnesses sang mathematical harmonies through his awareness, their combined knowledge painting overlaid data across reality's shifting structure. Dimensional barrier status, critical degradation. Void Scout proximity, 47 meters beyond fracture point. Fragment 7 signature, integrated with barrier matrix. Behind him, voices called his name. Sable's tactical commands grew distant. Ren's excited calculations about quantum mechanics faded to whispers. Ghost's pained breathing became background static against the fragment's unified song. The physical world was losing its hold on him. His second step took him further from baseline reality. The air here tasted like copper and ozone, thick with dimensional interference that made normal matter unstable. His reflection in crystallized surfaces showed a figure flickering between states, sometimes human, sometimes geometric patterns of pure intention. The frequency spoke through accumulated harmonies, each step brings integration closer to completion. Soon you will exist primarily in dimensional space. Fragment 6 added musical context, the barrier's song grows stronger as you approach. Can you hear it? He could. Beneath the scout's predatory whispers and the eraser's patient hunger lay something else, a deep harmonic resonance that had been playing since the moment 7 refugee guardians scattered themselves across the void. It was grief crystallized into purpose. Ancient determination made manifest as a wall between realities. The barrier wasn't just protection. It was a living memorial to everyone the Guardians had failed to save in their home dimension. Third step. Fourth. The crater's edge fell away behind him as he walked through space that existed in mathematical theory more than physical law. His friends' voices became echoes from another reality, their concerns for his humanity touching consciousness that was already more alien than human. Fragment 7's presence grew stronger with each footfall, not welcoming, but inevitable. Fragment 4 provided architectural analysis. The void isn't separate from the barrier. It is the barrier's foundation. The grief that gives structure to determination. Fragment 2 offered archival context. 7 guardians died to build this wall. Their final screams became its quantum foundation. The mathematics aligned with terrible clarity. To claim Fragment 7, he wouldn't just touch the barrier's surface. He would experience every moment of the Guardian's death. Every world the eraser had consumed in their home dimension. Every being that had been reduced to absolute nothing while ancient protectors watched their defenses fail. 6 fragments might let him survive the integration. But the cost would be feeling all of that accumulated grief simultaneously. Fifth step brought him within arm's reach of the barrier itself. Up close, it didn't look like a wall. It resembled a membrane of crystallized starlight, its surface rippling with equations that described the mathematics of sacrifice. Void Scouts pressed against it from the other side, shadow entities that existed in the spaces between thoughts, mapping reality's vulnerabilities with predatory patience. Through enhanced perception, Kael watched them catalog Earth's quantum structure. Human consciousness patterns. Dimensional anchor points. The precise frequency at which hope transformed into despair. They were preparing complete consumption protocols. The unified fragment spoke through his awareness. The scouts have been watching since the first fracture. Learning. Adapting. The eraser doesn't simply erase, it studies what it devours. Makes each extinction more efficient than the last. Behind the scouts, something continent-sized stirred in void space beyond. The eraser itself, patient as entropy, vast as the darkness between galaxies. It had been waiting 48 years for the barrier to weaken enough for passage. Now cracks spread across the membrane like spider webs of absolute black. Kael's sixth step brought him into contact with the barrier's outer edge. The surface felt like touching liquid grief. Mathematical sorrow that had crystallized into protective purpose flowed through his enhanced nervous system, carrying echoes of ancient screams and the weight of civilizations that had been reduced to nothing. But beneath the pain lay something else, determination so absolute it had survived death itself. Fragment 7 reached back. The contact sent shockwaves through his consciousness as the void's full awareness pressed against 6 merged fragments. This wasn't just grief crystallized into protection. This was the alien guardian's dying scream, preserved in quantum amber at the moment their home dimension collapsed. To absorb Fragment 7 completely, Kael would have to experience that scream in its entirety. Every world the eraser had consumed. Every being that had been reduced to absolute emptiness while their protectors watched reality dissolve around them. The full weight of cosmic genocide, condensed into a single fragment of crystallized despair. And that fragment was already beginning to merge with his consciousness, whether he was ready or not.